Cognitive psychology or cognitive science is concerned with the study of how the mind functions, how human behavior emerges, and how information is processed within the human brain. It seeks to explain the internal mental processes that underlie perception, memory, learning, reasoning, and decision-making. One of the most significant outcomes of human intelligence is the development and use of human language. Language represents a complex cognitive ability that enables communication, abstract thought, and social interaction. Early research in artificial intelligence placed strong emphasis on knowledge representation through human language. This work was heavily influenced by linguistics and aimed to understand how meaning structure and context are represented and processed in the human mind. By studying language, researchers hope to uncover fundamental principles of intelligence that could be implemented in artificial systems at a broader level. Cognitive science reflects the human quest to understand how the brains of humans and other animals give rise to intelligent behavior. The ultimate motivation behind this effort is not only to explain natural intelligence, but also to use this understanding to design and build artificial intelligence systems. At the same time, cognitive science explores the characteristics of artificial systems, such as computer models and simulations. These artificial systems are used as experimental tools to test hypotheses about human cognition and behavior. Many researchers working in various subfields of artificial intelligence actively develop models that attempt to capture how the human cognitive system operates. These models are often implemented in artificial systems that can simulate reasoning, learning, or perception. Beyond theoretical understanding, these artificial systems are also applied to solving real-world problems, demonstrating how insights from human cognition can inspire practical and effective intelligent technologies. Neuroscience describes the human brain as an extraordinarily complex biological system that gives rise to intelligence. The brain is composed of tens of billions of neurons, and each individual neuron is connected to hundreds or even thousands of other neurons through synapses. This massive level of interconnection allows information to flow in parallel across the brain. A neuron functions as a basic processing unit and performs an operation known as firing. The firing of a neuron depends on the total amount of electrical and chemical activity it receives from other neurons. When the incoming signals exceed a certain threshold, the neuron activates and transmits a signal onward. Through this continuous interaction among neurons, the brain is able to process information, respond to stimuli, and adapt to its environment. When large numbers of neurons are connected together, they form an extremely powerful computational structure. This structure is capable not only of performing complex computations, but also of learning how to perform those computations more efficiently over time. Learning occurs through changes in the strength of connections between neurons, which allows the brain to modify its behavior based on experience. This ability to compute and to learn is one of the defining characteristics of natural intelligence. The understanding that human brains can be viewed as learning competent systems has inspired the development of artificial intelligence models. In particular, researchers have designed artificial neurons as simplified mathematical or electronic representations of biological neurons. And these artificial neurons are implemented using electronic circuits or software and are interconnected to form artificial neural networks. And these networks attempt to capture some of the essential properties of biological neural systems by connecting large numbers of artificial neurons together. AI researchers have been able to build powerful systems capable of tasks such as image recognition, speech recognition, pattern detection, and predictive analysis. Artificial neural networks are also widely used as models of human cognitive abilities. They provide insights into how learning and perception might occur in the brain and allow researchers to test hypotheses about human cognition in controlled computational environments. In this sense, artificial neural networks serve both as practical tools for solving real-world problems and as scientific models for understanding intelligence. Despite their success, there is a fundamental distinction between the operation of neurons and the process of human reasoning. Biological neurons and artificial neural networks operate at a sub-symbolic level. Their activity consists of numerical activations and weighted connections rather than explicit symbols or rules. In contrast, much of human conscious reasoning appears to function at a symbolic level. Humans often reason using language concepts and logical structures. Thoughts are commonly represented as sentences, ideas, and symbols, which are manipulated according to logical or grammatical rules. Because of this difference, artificial neural networks excel at tasks that involve pattern recognition and statistical learning, but they struggle with tasks that require explicit reasoning, complex language understanding, or abstract symbolic manipulation. As a result, many areas of artificial intelligence rely on approaches other than neural networks. For example, in natural language processing, formal reasoning, and knowledge-based systems, symbolic logic approaches such as predicate logic are often more effective. These methods allow clear representation of meaning relationships and rules, making them better suited for tasks that demand structured reasoning and deep understanding. Consequently, modern artificial intelligence often combines multiple